Ladies and gentlemen, we will have a fireside chat now with Engineer Faisal Bendos about 4.0 technologies. تفضل. As we are aware, Ministry of Industry, Ministry of Energy are taking consideration about the advancement of consideration of AI technology, 4.0 technologies, which is the new future to advance and enhance the transformation toward, I would say, the new era of industrialization. So welcome, Engineer Faisal.
Thank you.
Maybe as a start, I would like you to introduce yourself to our audience.
Yes, sure. Thank you very much. I'm Engineer Faisal. I have, a very diverse experience between the United States, Europe, and Saudi Arabia. I started my early ages by starting the activities of engineering, embedded system electronics, specializing also in the naval architecture domain, where I switched later on to telecommunications by obtaining my second engineering degree, master's degree in telecommunication and web intelligence, where we combined both of them in the manufacturing sector. I had a quick, wonderful experience with the German manufacturer Continental, where I explored more in details European manufacturing sectors. I had a dream since I was young, that the Westerns are not better than us. My dream was just to capture something from the Westerns and localize it in Saudi Arabia. And this is what's get the birth of IoTech, which is a 35 plus technologies that we fully localize in Saudi Arabia.
MashaAllah, that's a massive and wide experience. So maybe also as a start for our audience, if you can provide like a general overview about IoTech, what kind of solutions you provide, in what domain?
Well, actually, we own our own solutions in digitalization system, especially in manufacturing, execution system platforms, where we have our platform called KMProd, coming from Knowledge Management Production, in charge of all the digitalization of process and operation in any kind of factories. What's amazing is that we didn't wake up one day by saying, listen, let's make a software or an application. So the beginnings of the first scripting and code started in 1989
MashaAllah.
in Pichenet Group R&D lab in Grenoble in France. Pichenet was acquired by Constellium later on, and they still our customer until now. And we had some questioning at that time with the founders about manufacturing data and how we can help decision maker, to monitor their production, to manage their operations, and to help them to get right decisions at the right time. So we consolidated and structured all these scriptings that we worked on among all these years, and we launched our platform called KMProd that we succeeded later on to bring in Saudi Arabia, where we connect to all sorts of data in the factory. Whether you have an ERP, WMS, WMC, SCADA system, operator exchange, we connect to all these sorts of data where we consolidate the data, and the algorithm with the intelligence will proceed and operate to give the right information to the right person at the right moment. And it's like, the panel that you have in your car, the mirrors. If you don't have full exposure and knowledge about your production, about your performance, about your optimizations, you cannot, evolve it. So if you cannot measure it, you cannot evolve it. If you cannot measure it, you cannot optimize it. If you cannot measure it, you cannot upscale it.
I cannot agree more. Maybe I'm not interrupting. I think maybe digital twins, IoTs, AI technologies are the new consideration for localization of Ministry of Industry, and I think that's the exact rule, I would say, mandates of 4.0 technologies, where IoTech, I think, the only one who is providing these technologies here in the kingdom. So I know there are a study by Ministry of Industry earlier with Ministry of Energy to analyze the factories here in Saudi Arabia and to check the adaptability in order to ensure, I would say, how they can be leveraged to digital platforms and consider digital twins and so on. So I think IoTech will be the crucial player or the dominant player in making this achievable.
Indeed. Actually, we started by signing the Tanafusi program partnership with SIDF several years ago. And also we are part of 2 programs of Ministry of Industry regarding all the auditing of series standardizations and also for the future factory programs. All these programs helped a lot, to fulfill the gaps between what's happened in the private sector and the industrial sector and the government and help them to leverage and test. And we start also always by the beginnings. The first question that I ask the factory owners and the CEOs is the following. You indeed and obviously happy with your net profits yearly. But the problem is that it is for sure the real production capacity that you have is beyond its minimum, the double or the triple of the one that you are preceding, because all the perceptions that you have is not accurate. All that you have is you study and analyze your past years and you try to adjust and optimize ahead. This is a lot of loss of time. A breakdown of a machine is a loss of money also. So with these technologies, we help them to consolidate the data and to measure the exact efficiency and to measure their real capacity of production. Thereon, they can also push in all their initiatives and R&D and how they leverage their production. And this program can give the right start for these factories. Everybody is looking for investment as a pain. Everybody is looking for their time as a pain because they are so busy with their operations and so and so. And these programs just allowed everybody just to have a step back and put all these trials, POCs, and launch the first milestone toward the real digitalization in their factories.
Thank you, Engineer Faisal. I think, as you said, data is the future, I would say, fortune, where we can manipulate, maneuver, and ensure the proper efficiency can be obtained from this data and can achieve the required minimization, advancement. So this will take me, I would say, to a different era of consideration as a high-tech technology. How can IoTech propose this to the factories? As we know, there are classification to factories from maybe oil and gas to petrochemicals to small-scale factories. So how do you think this can be leveraged among all of this classification, what we have?
This is a very good question because, the amount of effort is different between the size and the activities of the factory. Pharmaceutical sector is more complicated in terms of standardization. Food and beverage is not very far because there is a lot of traceability and quality. So we start always by the beginnings. And the beginning we need to measure the efficiency actual. What are you doing in a good manner, and try to see how we can evolve. And if you want to measure something, you need to have a measurement tool and a measurement unit. The measurement unit that can give you a good, direct, real insight about your performance, about your factory, is what we call the OEE, which is the overall equipment efficiency. And from my side, the tool of this measurement is our product, CameProd. So you need at first to measure your efficiency and try to see where is the gap in terms of efficiency, in terms of productivity, where is the leakage, the breakdowns that you have, and that will give you in real time all these data to help you to leverage and to bypass all these challenges that the production manager faces on a daily basis. So we start this with all kind of manufacturing at the beginning, and then we decide with them, thanks for the Future Factory program, a clear roadmap toward a full digitalization of their project.
Can you share us a successful story for implementation of Industrial Revolution here in Saudi Arabia?
Well, actually, I will keep the reference, name, but we started, with a very big group in Saudi Arabia in one of their factories as a pilot. And we started with them immediately to just sound the challenge. So we had a very old machine where the SCADA and the monitoring is very old, and there is no connectivity can be done, for the machine. And they wanted to try to see how they can monitor the scrubs, the quality, the traceability, and the efficiency of the machine and the operator. So we started by deploying our platform, connecting directly with our communication protocols to the PLCs, to put in place some sensors that will calculate the ratio of the productivity and the cycle, and also to count the number of rejected products. And we give with them within hours a full screen with dashboard that give them their OEE and the productivity and the efficiency that they have in their machine.
So can I say you transform this from analog to digital in some certain?
I think it's more deep than this, because we transform to digital and then to smart and intelligent, which means that all the algorithm that will give you a real-time calculation to give you the right information and the right prediction for your prediction.
Thank you, Engineer Faisal. Maybe at last, we all know Ministry of Industry, with the support of Ministry of Energy and Ministry of Finance, launch an incentivized program for industrialization, which is a well-known 10 billion program. Just if you can touch base on this program.
Well, actually, it's an amazing program. I invite all industrial to go there. Please try to go there, approach the guys. They are really helpful and cooperative. There is a lot to give, and you can gain a lot with the ministry. I also would like to invite the bankers, all the bank financial companies, because we still have a gap. And there is a lot of profit to do, where you can, finance all these projects and help the industrial with the grants and the supports of the ministry to make a very quick deployment in several factories very soon. 2030 is tomorrow. Our target is 11,000 factories, so we need to work all together to achieve this target in 2030. Sorry.
Thank you so much, Engineer Faisal. It was a wonderful fireside chat. Thanks for coming here, and thanks for our audience.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.